Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of Friday Drive Time. I will be dropping the link. We get to talk about our favorite team. Where are we? And who do you want to draft? Free agencies and other things of that nature. When we come back, we will talk the Miami Dolphins when we come back, baby. Uh, yeah.
New seasons, new gear. Show the world what it means to be a fan in 100% authentic gear. Fanatics, officially licensed everything.
What's going on, man? How y'all doing? What's up, Tunk?
What's up? What's this drive time?
Oh, drive time. By the way, Saturday night insomnia. I'm gonna bring up the topic that you sent me on Facebook. I'm not gonna talk about it now, but let's just say it's
Which one?
quite a usual. It's quite an unusual way to spend your time.
Yeah, now I'm curious to which one I sent you. I'll just have to wait.
La cucaracha.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely, we'll say it's the Palmetto edition.
Yes. But that's definitely something I want to bring up for Insomnia.
Yeah, that'll definitely keep people up. I'll tell you that much.
But hey, shout out to everybody in the building, man. Greg, how you doing, my brother Greg? Fire Greer trade tour after this season. No more bullshit. What's good, Chef Jew? And by the way, I got all the draft research I've done, and leads need to believe Greer is making moves now. So competition will bring the best out of every draftee.
Yeah,
Or the free
exactly.
agent. Corner and D tackle is priority.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So the training camp and stuff doesn't start till after the draft. That's like May and June and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, here's the thing. One thing about everybody says fire Greer, but I'm on the firm belief if you do fire Greer, you can get your dream GM, but if you have the front office doing this collaborative, whatever the hell they're doing, you know, he's not gonna have much. You know, he's not gonna do. You're gonna do results pretty much.
We should let it play out next couple seasons before he gets fired. See what happens.
You know, some people. Hey, listen. Dennis Seki, look what he did in freaking Buffalo. He's the one who scouted for Josh Allen. So, Jeff Ireland did pretty good. He did pretty well for himself with the Saints. So, you know, it's not all the GMs that you know what I'm saying. It's if he's being hamstrung, you know, well, you know, he has to have one arm tied behind his left arm. You know what I'm saying? What can he do? You know,
he could be out there partying on the yacht.
Yeah, listen to some yacht rock, huh?
Yachty rock is in the house tonight.
Yeah.
Yacht rock. That's what I'm talking about. Yacht rock, baby.
Yeah, man.
The Yacht Rock Country Club.
Yeah, I don't care what nobody says to me. Hall & Oates is yacht rock.
Who the hell is Hall & Oates?
You know,
is that a song or a band?
It's a band. Hall & Oates. She's a man eater. They had a bunch of songs. You know who they are by their hits.
Yeah, that is some yacht rock.
So,
I guess that's the only song I could. That's the only time I could tolerate that song.
Yeah. Drunk on a yacht.
Yeah, it's like, you know. All right, you can play it. Yeah. I'm in a good headspace.
Yeah, I got some women around me. Shit. Champagne and half naked women.
Speaking of eating,
we'll make your tolerance go a little higher.
What kind of man you trying to eat, baby?
Mm-hmm. What's up, Ali?
What's good, Shake? Tom?
What's up?
Living the dream. Living the dream.
Living the dream. What are you smoking, man?
Cohiba.
Cohiba, nice. Yes. Yeah. I may have some. Are you going to be at a game this year, by the way?
Sure.
And let me know which game you're coming to because I may have something really special for you.
Did I give you that cigar? Ever give you a cigar before?
Yes, you did, man. I actually did smoke it. It was very nice.
Oh yeah, I think I gave you the one I smoke. Was it the sweet, the dulce tobacco?
Yeah, that's correct. It was kind of sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
I only smoke Cuban cigars.
Yeah, this is a Cuban cigar right here.
Are they still illegal to get into the state?
Well, a lot of the Cuban rollers, whatever.
Oh, they're here.
Are in Nicaragua. So Nicaragua cigars are the next. They're the up and coming.
Oh, okay, I see.
I read somewhere, Shake, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but I read somewhere that what people are doing is they're basically transplanting the soil in Nicaragua, and that's how they're able to bring it here. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's true or not. I just read it somewhere.
They got that pure Cuban soil.
Yeah, like supposedly they transplant the soil or something. I heard they do something like that with coffee beans too, like when they grow
Well,
coffee beans and
what's
stuff.
funny is I'm hearing too that the Cuban cigars ain't what it used to be because of the people at the end of the day the people that actually are rolling it and treating the tobacco aren't there's a lot that goes into cigars other than what I'm saying, you got to treat the soil, you got to roll it right, so and Cuba is not as good as it used to be. So
There's this bar in St. Pete. It's called. It has red in the name. It's like the Red Lounge or something like that. And they got hella Cuban cigar smokers that hang out there.
Ybor City was one of the original
a bunch of Greek people. And there's like a cigar bar next to it too. So it's like that whole little corner downtown St. Pete is just like it's like the hangout spot.
So let me ask y'all this. I was on in the blender yesterday with my man Crypto, and we were talking about primetime games. Do you think we're going to get any primetime games next year? I think if we do get a primetime game, it's going to be a Thursday night.
That could be definitely a thing. I think Thursday night. I think everybody gets a Thursday night, to be honest. But to be fair though, based on who we're playing, I won't be surprised if we got at least two, for sure.
Listen, listen. If we don't get any primetime games, I won't be crying because I like my 1 o'clock games or 4 o'clock games. Sunday.
I hear him.
That way I could,
watch the whole game, not fall asleep because it's 11:30 at night.
Mm-hmm. Well, like that Christmas game, I went to bed by halftime. I'm like, fuck this. I know we're losing.
You got to get on that West Coast time, Shake.
Oh, yeah. I wish I was on that West Coast time. Like I said, when I was in Vegas, man, it was a preseason, 1 o'clock preseason game. It was like 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, holy crap, how the hell? I thought it was like a replay, but it was actual game.
I was going to take a picture the other day. I was at the grocery store and I saw Dunkin' Donuts.
No,
but it was Dunkin' Donuts trail mix. And I'm like, well, that's the closest thing we got to Dunkin' Donuts out here.
Damn. Don't even have, do they have Dunkin' Donuts in the grocery store? The pre-made coffees?
Yeah. Yeah, they got that. I think so.
So, you guys want to hear something funny?
What's up?
Raphael Courtite asked, did Zach Wilson ever attend John Beck's QB school, right? So I was curious. I was like, did he ever go to a QB school? So I just Google searched Zach Wilson goes to QB school. And the AI answer had me cracking up. It says, Zach Wilson, a former BYU quarterback and current Miami Dolphin player, has been attending QB school, specifically the QB school on YouTube, which analyzes his NFL debut in other games.
Oh.
I just thought it was funny, bro.
Are you talking about what JT O'Sullivan?
I think so, but I was asking it, does he go to like a QB guru like John Beck, for example, right? He has a school for QBs. That's what I was asking. And this made a joke out of it. The AI made a joke out of it, so I thought it was funny.
Damn.
Yeah. I am curious, did he go to a QB specialist, though? I kind of want to know.
Oh, yeah, the overseas game is not going to be a prime time, so.
Yeah, that will be a prime morning.
Yeah, that's the only time I don't like it out here because it's literally like 6 a.m. the game starts.
Yeah, here I want to say it's like what? If it's 6, it's like 9 a.m. here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they say
I'm sorry, dude.
did they say who is going to be playing in that? Who we're playing, or they don't have any?
We don't know yet. The schedule
don't
hasn't
know.
been released yet.
I can see Tampa. Like I said, Tampa. Florida used to belong to Spain at one time, so they're both Floridians. Give me a second.
That's actually a good point geographically. Yeah. It's actually kind of interesting because WWE was just in Spain.
Yeah.
They're doing like a Euro tour right now.
Yeah, they haven't come up with a deal, have they?
You know they haven't. Cap for Life, the newest update. Yeah, that was the update this morning, Cap for Life. The newest update said he left, but they weren't able to work out a deal yet. The big thing is yet.
Mm-hmm. I think the other move is Minnesota, because Minnesota.
No, Minnesota said they're not in it anymore. They said they don't want nothing to do with it.
Okay.
With who? With
pulled out.
Rodgers?
That's his.
Yeah.
That's his loss. That's his loss.
Yeah, because they were taking
Justin
offense
Jefferson,
to him.
holy crap.
They were taking offense to him not just wanting to go there. They were saying, if you're gonna wait around, then we don't want you.
I have a sneaky like dark horse team.
Mm-hmm.
And I know a lot of people don't think it'll happen, but if you
Titans?
really think about it, they just went ahead and cleared house, and have a lot of try to clear some cap space and everything. But San Fran might be a place for him, to be honest.
What? And
Didn't they just
Brock
give
Purdy?
didn't they give Brock Purdy a contract, or no?
He doesn't have a contract yet. They're still negotiating. And how long are they going to wait? And are they really going to pay Brock Purdy 55, 60 million a year? I don't think so. Right? And you think about it, Aaron Rodgers is actually from San Francisco. So, he wants to go home. So, saying.
I'm coming home.
I think San Francisco is like
isn't that the capital of ayahuasca?
If he just doesn't act like a fucking douche. Because he's been around long enough where he can fit in to a team, I believe. He just has to, I don't know, he needs to put more effort into it.
I kind of question something that he had brought up about the reason it kind of broke apart with the Packers, right? So he mentioned that he had people that he was very comfortable with and had relationships with and everything while he was there. But at some point, those people weren't there anymore. Do you guys think that Aaron Rodgers maybe has trust issues?
I don't know.
I'm just saying that maybe that's his problem. I don't know. I
don't see too many teams trying to.
No, I think he's just a little bit
either, though. You know what I'm saying?
Because I saw this interview one time, and the lady was like, "Oh, you're so tall," and he got pissed off about it. And it's like, dude, you're a Super Bowl winning quarterback in the NFL, and you're mad that someone thinks you're tall?
I know Shaq used to get mad about that too, right?
But it's just like it's like telling an ant that he does a great job of lifting up a really big leaf, but he's offended that he's you think he's strong enough to lift up a leaf.
Yeah.
So it's like if you're going to take offense that quick over something, then yeah, you're going to have trouble working with a lot of people. If I was a Super Bowl winning if I was any quarterback and someone said I was tall, that's a compliment.
And shout out to Raphael Courtright.
I agree with you, Tonk. I think you're onto something there. I think if he's going to have issues with things that are, not that big of a deal, he's going to have problems with everybody, no matter where he
Yeah,
goes. Let alone the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm sorry, compared to, I'll be frank, compared to our team, the Pittsburgh Steelers have a very tight knit,
oh yeah. Mike
what do you call
Tomlin.
that? It's
By the way, this is
organization there, right?
hold
And
on. Real quick, I am him. I see him on the blitz pickup. This is a good point. I think, and may not be far fetched, because I think one of the things that Aaron Rodgers likes to do is to go on the Pat McAfee show and will a team, be okay with him doing that every week to week.
wasn't there something that came about it, Shakes? I think some team made a comment about it.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
It's just he has a lot of fucking stupid baggage that people don't want to deal with. Like if he's going to sign with the team, is he going to go disappear, or is he going to go to OTAs? Is he going to go to something? He doesn't want to do any of that.
Well, to be fair with Aaron Rodgers, last year, and he was and everything. He was in the facility for all that stuff last year with the Jets.
Yeah,
Okay.
he did actually participate.
Okay.
So,
But that could also be because of the fact that he had the injury and he needed to work out, with the team to make up for this time, maybe. I don't know.
The thing about it with the Jets, though, you think about what he did with the Packers is because he was with that team for so long that he kind of like let the other quarterbacks get reps. You know what I'm saying? But that's my guess.
I mean, him leaving Green Bay, I think, is independent of why. It didn't work with the Jets. I mean, all quarterbacks eventually leave. Brady left, fucking what's his name? Before Steve Manning, Steve Young.
You talking about Joe Montana?
Joe Montana. And then Russell Wilson left. Tom, like, it just like what's his name? Won with the Ravens, and then he left eventually. Joe Flacco. Really, Roethlisberger was one of the few quarterbacks that actually stayed the whole time.
Yeah.
Or Eli. Even Peyton Manning. Really, just what's his name? Drew Brees. Phillip Rivers. It's just not that often that quarterbacks actually stay that long.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Brady was there. He won. He didn't really have much of I mean, things might have been a little difficult, but they had 6 championships they won. So like,
yeah,
and he still left.
Mm-hmm.
And look how good he was after. I mean, he still had plenty of football left in him, obviously.
Yeah. Cat for life, what's going on? I love when you give me the thumb up. How you doing, brother?
Gentlemen, how are you?
What's up,
Crypto,
Cap?
I guess you ran out of Street Fighter characters.
Uh-uh.
Oh, what, he ain't got
I still
Johnny
have
Cage. He ain't got Johnny Cage on there yet.
No, I think the next one.
Johnny Cage doing well.
Crypto, what's
I
your
think he was getting Sonya. Sonya was
saw
his
the
next one, right?
Crypto? What's your
No.
avatar? Is that you driving a go-kart?
No, that's
new
my Twitter
Christian.
avatar.
I can't see what it is. I'm on my phone.
No, that's a dolphin driving a Ferrari.
Well, that's a Corvette.
They
Actually.
want his soul.
Actually, that's a Corvette, by the way. Just
It's
so
a
you know.
Bitcoin.
Yeah, it's a crypto car.
Get over here.
It's like a shiny new Lincoln. Currency.
Yeah.
That's what I think we need. You know how they have like the Lincoln lawyer? We need to have a Lincoln QB. QB comes out driving a Lincoln. I would be down for that if
Yeah.
I had a QB with that kind of swag.
Driving. I don't think it's into his nature.
No.
No, not at all.
He's too yacht rock for that.
Competition is free.
Damn, you're breaking up there bad.
Shake,
way,
you're on the
Bennington-
wrong show. You're in the blender. Or not
Yeah.
Shake, but Cap for Life.
In the
Yeah.
blender.
Yeah, no, I was saying if he doesn't get there in 30 minutes or less, the consultation is free.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
Mic check, can you hear me?
Mickey
2, 1, 2.
Mouse.
Yeah, yeah. By the way,
Mickey Mouse.
Joe Montana's last loss was to Don Shula and the Dolphins.
It was his last loss.
Yeah, his last loss. Even I remember him saying that on an interview too.
Man, Don Shula. I wonder who is that guy? Who he used to coach for?
Don Shula.
Yeah,
Hey,
who's that?
I think that.
Never
Hey,
heard
can you hear
of
me?
him.
We can hear you. You sound good now.
Okay. Hey, listen, look. I think the good majority of the city and the founding Dolphin delegation has considered one at 13.
I think Cap for Life has drank some of that ayahuasca that Aaron Rodgers drinks, because I'm hearing like every 10 words.
So no, I think what Cap for Life is saying that we're gonna go 1-13 or something like that. Is that?
Oh yeah, I think that's what he meant.
1-13.
Hey,
That's
this
brutal.
freaking phone. Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we
I
can
can
hear
hear you good now.
Okay, listen. Hey, at number 13, the Miami Dolphins select Will Johnson, bro. We have made a decision last night, bro. Sarney and George convinced me, bro. We're getting Will Johnson, bro.
Sarney. Damn.
I don't know about that quite yet, but there was some
George
news.
said that. All right, okay, I'm convinced that we're not getting him.
Yeah, I'm convinced we're
We
not
had a
getting
good
it.
we had a mock, we had a mock draft yesterday,
What
bro. They
happened,
did pretty
Shake?
good on the
Are
mock
you
draft
losing
yesterday.
faith in you losing faith in Sarney? Yeah, no, you and Lewis had the greatest faith in Sarney out of all the fans.
Yeah.
I have the same amount of faith that you had in MAGA.
So there was some news though. There's reports coming out that supposedly the Miami Dolphins believe they're definitely in on Calais Campbell. Like that's a definite thing. So if we do bring him back, then that kind of gives us the flexibility to draft any position at 13. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because if we don't get Calais Campbell, it would be what do they call that, Crypto?
Yeah.
Where it would be negligence. It would be negligence not to get a defensive tackle at that position. So that's why I if we sign Calais before the draft, then yeah, I could see a Will Johnson, or even more so, I would double down on the safety. But I think you might see something like that. It's very possible.
Oh, man.
Yeah, bro. We had a nice little mock draft yesterday, bro. We got Martinez too from the University of Miami, like around the 5th round, bro. That's good value, bro.
Yeah. I agree. That's a running back, right?
Yeah, bro. He's a thumper,
Hurricane. Yeah, he's impressed me a little bit. I've watched some tape on him recently. I didn't really care for him at first, but then watching tape, he's all right. He's definitely all right. Cap for Life, if you get a chance, I did a mock draft with Will Johnson just to see what it would look like. Look what I did. I put it on my Twitter. It's the only draft that I did either last night or today. Let me know what you think of that draft.
Well, tell me what it is.
Well, I drafted Will Johnson first. Give me a second. Let me actually bring it up because then I can read it to you verbatim. 1 second.
By the way, how are you and Twitter getting along, Cap for Life?
I'll be back in the season. You know, I always go off and on every time the season's off. I just, there's nothing really to, it gets boring, bro.
Okay.
Cap for Life, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. So with the first 2 picks,
Campbell
I
wants
took
to go.
Will Johnson, right?
Mhm.
And I took him at 13. And then I ended up with what's his name? Omar Norman Lott out of Tennessee, the defensive tackle.
Yeah.
And
So
then
you
I ended
solidified
up
the
with
trenches.
and then I picked up the safety out of Texas, Makuba. Yeah,
Boom,
Mike on the mic thinks that guy's the real deal, so watch out for him.
Kuna
So
Matata. Damn, Shake. You
And
going
then I
way
picked
back.
up CJ West. I went and got another defensive tackle.
Damn, no O lineman?
Not yet. And then I picked up Damian Martinez, the running back that you're talking about.
Excellent
And
value.
then I got Willie Lampkin, the guard out of North Carolina. Then I picked up Jack Kinsner. He's the linebacker out of Notre Dame. I had just so you're aware, I had made a trade actually in one of the lower rounds. Somebody wanted to trade up to 48, so I traded down to 60, and that's how
exactly around that's exactly around the time frame we got offered, and we started decide to make offers around that time. Around is that at 96?
around the
that
second
4th
round.
range.
That's where it was. But anyway, I ended up picking the Cincinnati guard also, Luke Kandra. But right before that, you know who I picked up? Our next quarterback, Kyle McCord.
I think that's who we got too. We picked him up too.
And then I also picked up I picked up another running back, Ollie Gordon, the one that everybody says that the Dolphins are really interested in. I ended up picking him up along with Ty Robinson, who's a defensive tackle I like in the later rounds.
You got him in the 7th.
Yeah, around the 7th round, I was able to get Ty Robinson. And I also picked up another safety for the hell of it, which could be a camp body, or maybe we keep him. John Hancock, the safety out of Ohio State.
There's a building called the John Hancock in Chicago.
Yeah.
That's your signature, right? That's
John
your
Hancock put his John Hancock on the dotted line.
Put your Hancock on the John Hancock.
Isn't that movie Will Smith is in?
I don't need John playing with my cock. With his
I
hand.
think the movie is just called Hancock, actually. But
Actually,
I almost forgot. I picked up one other player, Cat for Life. I picked up one other player, Elijah Hoosie. He's the corner out of North Carolina. So,
Okay, so
that
you
was the other player I got.
The secondary. You went secondary heavy. I like it.
Yeah, I kind of did because we definitely need corners. We don't really know anything about these safeties, how it's going to pan out. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of why I kind of went heavy on the safety side. I doubled up on defensive tackle, and I think it would. I think overall we would have depth in a lot of places. The question is will we still do something? Is it enough? I don't know. I don't know.
Good question, Ali. Ali, I am on the record for saying that pick is not ours. We're not picking at 13. You heard it.
Yeah, I hear you. I honestly think we might trade down. To be honest,
getting more capital, crypto, or are we moving? What are we doing?
We're moving back. We're moving. We might even move out of the first round.
Well, like around the 80th. Get back in the 80th, around the 80th, and keep the 90th, the 96th.
Hey,
Like that.
El Capitan says
stack
hit
in
the like
second
button,
round
please.
yeah,
What's up,
definitely
El
hit the like button. I have a hypothetical question
Thank you.
for everybody
Thank you,
here
El
on the
Cap. Appreciate you.
panel. What if, let's say, the Miami Dolphins decided that this is going to be a wash season, and we're definitely moving off of Tua, right? Maybe that's what this is, right?
Yeah.
If someone offered you several picks, including, let's say, a first rounder for 2026 to move out of the first round of 2025, would you take it so you would have 2 first-round picks in 2026? Because you think about it, if we really are moving off of Tua, that means that you need to have yourself in prime position to get your guy, right, for 2026.
So that happens, what you said.
Ali, we got the guy. You said Zach Wilson will do well.
Well, I don't know if he'll do well, but he's a guy. He's a guy. I'm just saying, don't write the guy off until we know what's what. He hasn't even snapped the ball yet, so let's see what he does.
So,
That's all I'm saying.
what was your question, Ali? What was your question again?
All right, so Crypto said that he thinks that we're going to trade out of the first round, right? If someone came to you today and you're the GM of the Dolphins and said, hey, I will give you a 2026 first round plus all these other picks in this round or this year's draft, would you take it?
For what?
To trade out of the first round of the 2025 draft.
And that's it?
Yeah,
You would be
you're
getting a 2026 first round, so you'll have 2 first round picks in 2026, right? And then you would have maybe an extra second or third
I need all seconds.
or fourth in 2025. Do you understand what I'm saying? If someone's offering you a haul of picks and some of it may even be in 2026, would you consider it? Especially if you know this year your team's not going to do anything. You're moving off of Tua anyways, right? That puts you in prime position to get the quarterback of your choice in 2026. Because you'll have the picks to move up if you need to, or you have the picks that, let's say you're number one, great. You have a second first-round pick to get the other additional pieces that you need.
You do realize if you do that, you're pretty much just starting to set a new foundation for next season. But you realize that pretty much just lets you know right then and there that either they're
just to be clear, I don't think the Dolphins are doing this whatsoever. I'm asking would you guys do it? That's all I'm asking.
I'm saying if you want capital for next year, that's great. I mean, I would do that. But the question remains, do you trust the GM now with that capital next season?
Well, that is the question, right?
Story.
I mean, if they're tanking, then I think the GM and the coach wouldn't be around still. I think they've been given one more chance to prove that all their claims about the team were correct, which is that our roster was good enough to compete. I think there's a lot of doubt in the building from the higher-ups, but they, I think, bought the narrative, maybe willfully, that this team is good enough and was done bad by injuries. I'm not saying they 100% believe in that, but they've accepted that narrative. So I think so. I'm not saying you're totally wrong, Ali, because a lot of that is probably true, but they're playing it in a way to give those guys one last chance. Tua has the chance. If he's everything they've claimed him to be, and he stays healthy, then we should be competitive this year.
KP, I love your hat, by the way.
Oh yeah, got to rep my Dolphins wherever I'm at, man. You know that.
Definitely, I love your hat. Just so you know, I don't know if you heard the part. My whole hypothetical scenario was if in fact the Dolphins decided that they're just using this year as a wash, and we're going to move off of Tua anyways. If you know it's going to be about 2026, why not, do what Crypto said and trade out of the first round and get all the picks you could possibly get? You know what I'm saying? So
well, then that would be
that's why
admitting
the scenario came about. Go ahead.
Yeah, that would be admitting the tank, and I don't think this organization is willing.
No, I don't think they're doing it either. Definitely, I agree with you.
Although I do believe that in the background they probably have a lot less faith that we will do well this season. And hey, I won't be surprised. Like I said, I won't be surprised if we're not done at that quarterback position, because for me, Zach Wilson is far from insurance or a proven backup or someone you could have any faith in. You cannot, in your right mind, have faith that Zach Wilson is going to turn around and be good. You might believe he might, but there's nothing in his resume in the NFL that should give you confidence that he's going to turn stuff around.
Yeah, I hear you. I definitely hear you. I do think you're drafting a QB also. This draft, I think we draft a QB. There's tons of backup material all over this place. So
right.
I think that happens.
And that's why earlier I was saying, if 13, if Shedeur is there, don't be surprised if they reach out for him. I'm not saying you have to like it or that even I like it. I'm not the biggest Shedeur guy, but if they were to pick at 13, either him or even the Jackson Fart fellow, That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, it wouldn't
wouldn't
surprise me
surprise
either. Definitely.
So
And then
that's
crypto scenario
That's
about
your pick
trading
at
up for
13?
Cam Ward.
Yeah. I'm gonna trade up.
KP. That's your pick at 13.
If he falls to that position, he's not even supposed to be there at 13. At 13, I think the more likely pick there is either the cornerback, the safety, or a wide receiver at that point.
Receiver for me is interesting. What's the most you would go for a receiver in the draft? Like what? One of our fourths?
I happen to love that Teteroa McMillan guy. I think he's a slam dunk as a big X receiver. So if he's there, I'm going to consider him, and I'm considering moving off Tyreek, trading him draft day to maybe get back into the second round, something like that. And then you can get your O lineman there.
Right there is interesting, bro. If they did
And then
that during the draft,
Yeah, draft day trade of Tyreek Hill for like a second and a fourth, something like that.
I also can see them picking up a receiver in the third round. There's a kid out of TCU that I kind of like. What's his name? Savion Williams, I think it is.
is he big body? Is he 6 foot up plus?
I want to say he's 6'4". Is that tall enough for you?
Yeah.
Can he
Yeah.
catch? Can he run a route?
Oh, he can run routes. He looks good, bro. He's that big body receiver. He can catch the contested catches, all that kind of stuff, bro. I'm pretty. I really like what I saw on tape. You know, several people in the community have pointed him out to me. I liked what I saw.
This draft is really deep at a lot of positions, except for quarterback. Everywhere else, there's lots of depth everywhere. So, you know.
Definitely, I agree with that.
So then we're okay around the third or the fourth for a receiver. Okay, so we're in agreement.
After the first 5 guys, I'm not sure how the talent stacks out. There is a guy I like, Pat Bryant from West Virginia, and there's another receiver from the U that I would love to take a flyer at with like a 7th round draft pick. Would be somebody like Sam Brown. I think he's got a lot of potential. But that's way back.
KP, imagine if we got Arroyo, bro, like around one of the freaking the 4th or the 3rd around there, bro. Like,
Arroyo sounds like
there are a lot of good tight ends in this draft too. A lot of talented tight ends, man. They're like 6 deep at the position with
and
guys who made
different types of tight ends too in this draft too.
Yep.
So it's kind of you can choose. Real quick, are you familiar, KP, with Virginia Tech?
A little bit. Bashal Tootin, that running back.
That's what I was about to ask. What do you think about the running back that they have?
Yeah, like I said, the running back position is stocked in the draft, in my opinion. There are lots of good prospects. We don't know how those guys will shape up, but that guy from Virginia Tech, Tootin, he's an exciting prospect, man. He's super fast, and then he's kind of heavy set too. You know, I mean, he's not no little guy. I mean, he's short, but he has a low center of gravity. Brings a lot of power behind that. I'm anxious to see how he's going to do in this league.
Who would you comp him to?
You remember the guy that Cincinnati had at a backup running back for many years? He was behind what's the guy at Houston who's at Houston now?
Oh, he ended up going to the Buccaneers, I think. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. I think a guy like that, almost like a gadget guy, but more of a big play running back coming off the bench.
Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about. I'm not sure if he's still on the roster from the Buccaneers or he retired, but I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, I can't remember his name right now, but I think I think that's his floor to be a guy like that. I really can't say that I've watched too much tape on him or seen him play that much, but in the few times I saw him play against like UM or whatever, he usually had a good showing. And, there's a lot of, does he have the kind of vision
Mm-hmm.
that's gonna make him a back that can last. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Yeah, you mentioned that he's kind of like a shorter but bigger guy, right? So he's stockier, you would say. Is that right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think so.
I was about to ask you, do they put something in the water in Virginia because West Virginia transferred to Ohio State this year? The running back Donaldson, that guy looks stocky, bro. He looks big, and I'm like, man, what does he eat?
Well,
So
hey, I'm in
curious.
DC right now. And all over the town, they're pulling up the old lead pipes. So maybe there was lead in the water. You know what I'm saying? Maybe.
Yeah. So that's the big talk around Ohio State right now is how big he is. Like looks like like an ox, kind of like really big and stocky. So that's why I was curious.
Were you drinking a lot of lead water, Crypto?
That's what makes the hot dogs taste so good, Shake.
Damn, that's what's up.
It's all in the water.
It's in the water, yeah.
That's the hot dog flavor, the lead.
Anyway, I'm kind of excited for the draft. There's a lot of options everywhere. You're right. Quarterback sucks, but everywhere else, you got a lot of options. Everyone's worried
A lot of exciting prospects. Yeah.
Everyone's worried about offensive line in the first round. I'm like, you didn't realize you can get a guard or other areas later in the second. There's a center which got the award for the best center / guard in the nation, right? He got the award for it, right? And he's not even going to go to like the 5th round. See what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can get.
Is that the Georgia center? Jared Wilson or something like that?
No, Seth MacFarlane. He was the Ohio State center before he got injured this past season.
Okay.
But he got the award for the best center in the nation, and he's not going. They don't have him projected to like the 5th round, and I'm sitting there like, man, everyone's worried about all these positions and everything. I'm not really worried.
To Seth MacFarlane?
I have no idea. He has the same name, but I don't know. He played at Alabama for for the first 2 or 3 years. He had a draftable grade last year, and he wanted to do one more year. And they said he's like also the smartest offensive lineman in the bunch. Like he's his IQ and football IQ is like off the charts from what everyone says.
I have to look out for that guy. I hadn't heard about him.
Yeah, if you go listen to him at the combine, he talks about it. People say you may have heard that I'm very smart, and the way he talks, you can tell he's smart. Like you can tell that he's not he's somebody that you can teach something to, and he'll stick. You know what I mean? Like however you want to say that, but he's a competitor, definitely.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of talent in this draft, man.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Even like that running back from Damian Martinez, as a big back, a goal line back, I think he's going to be excellent, man. His vision is great, and he's huge. He packs a punch. He's got quickness. I don't know about his long speed, but I really like Damian Martinez, man. I think he fit right into this backfield we have here in Miami, and add a lot of balance to it.
Yeah, I like Damian Martinez. I like Keyshawn Judkins. He's more of a physical back. He's slightly bigger than the guy from Kansas City, but he's the kind of guy that he excels at hitting you and moving off moving off of it. Like really
Judkins. Yeah, but he's a home run hitter though. I've seen that guy break big ass runs for who's Ohio State.
Yeah, he played for Ole Miss before coming to Ohio State last season. So,
I got to rule him out then. That's just my own bias.
I know why. I'm sorry. No, but he, honest to God, I've met him. He's honest to God, he is like one of the most down to earth people. Super cool, like extremely. And I'm friends on Facebook with his mom and everybody. And his mom is like super cool. She is one of the coolest I guess you would call it football moms that I know. So
When I say that about my bias about Ole Miss, I'm
Mhm.
mostly just kidding. I know it's totally irrational, and it's just a university. I get it, but that's just me. So
no, I
don't take
completely
me too
understand
seriously
your
when I
point of
say
view
that.
of Ole Miss. I'm not a fan of the school. I'm just a fan of the players. That's
Yeah, no. They have some talented players coming out, especially this year as well. That D
yeah.
lineman Walter Nolan, he may be
Yeah.
the best D lineman out there.
Yep.
So,
There's a lot of good D linemen coming out of the South. There's the kid from Tennessee, Norman Lott. I like him.
Norman Lott, yep. Norman
Yeah, I
Lott,
like
yep.
him. So that's another guy. What's going on with Georgia? Everybody's getting arrested from what I'm reading. Like I
Uh-oh.
guess since 2014, they've had like the most arrests. It's like crazy.
I know, the guy that we then what's his name? He plays, his brother plays for the for Jacksonville. He transferred from
Etienne?
Florida.
Etienne.
Yeah, he got a DUI a couple of years ago.
Oh,
When
wow.
he transferred, after he transferred last year before the season started, he got a DUI.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what's happening with law enforcement in Georgia, but I have heard that in Atlanta they're building something called Cop City, which is going to be like a huge police. So maybe this is one of the reasons why all those Georgia guys. That's a total reach. That's a total reach.
I have to admit the law enforcement is kind of what's the word I'm using? They are kind of very aggressive in Georgia. I mean, when you're going down 75, they tell you don't speed along there because they got every overpass has like a traffic stop. You know what I mean? Like they're waiting to get you. So it's crazy.
Yeah, I've heard similar. I've heard the same.
Mm-hmm. Oh man,
Georgia, where they'll treat you like a king, and I mean Rodney King.
damn dude.
Oh man, Shake Man, your one-liners are classic, man. You need to write a book, man. Shakeisms. Call it Shakeisms. Yeah, man. Linebacker, they got that one guy, Jihad Campbell. I think that's another position that isn't as deep, though. I haven't really seen. They got a guy, Jack Sawyer from Ohio State. I don't know if he's a pure inside guy, though. I think he played more at defensive end, outside, edge type of guy.
Yeah. He would be like your he would be an outside linebacker. I mean, he'll play inside every once in a while, like he can play a jack position, but he's not a pure inside. He is mostly outside for the most part.
Right. Yeah. Louisville has a guy like, I think, Ashton Gillette or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a physical freak. I don't know, a couple other guys.
There's like a linebacker either out of Kentucky or Kansas, one of the two, that people talk about. I'm kind of interested to see what that's all about. Yeah. We'll see. I'm excited for the draft. We're going to be live here on TFTG. Me and Mike and the Mike is going to be here because I'm off the entire week that week. So, yeah.
I remember 2 drafts ago. I remember when we drafted Cam Smith, and I was irate, man. I was so embarrassed about how angry I got. But I guess in retrospect, my intuition was correct.
Yeah. Hey, listen. I remember that draft. Was that we were watching? Was it that draft where you and Color went at it or something like that?
I didn't beef with Color on that draft, but I was over the top. I was embarrassed about how angry I got because I just heard the story about Greer's son or something being the roommate.
Yeah,
and that was one of the reasons. Yeah, so it was something, and that pissed me off. But whatever.
I'm not gonna lie, man. But I saw
the same thing with Amorwari. What was his name? Amorwari. That could be
Nick.
Where if he's on there, I could see him going to his son one more time. Because he's probably was not that far removed from him, being there.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see about that. But I will say that that in that draft, when I saw Tyreek Stevenson on the board and we passed him to get Cam Smith, I was pissed. I'm not gonna lie, I was pissed.
Yeah, me too. Me too. That's who I would have preferred there at that position as well, Tyreek Stevenson.
Yeah,
big physical corner.
I will say though, in the first week or second week of training camp, I was very, very hopeful because I saw some things that he was doing that I was like, wow, this kid might be really good, And he was covering Tyreek and stuff. It looked good. And then he just disappeared, and we haven't heard from him since.
Another thing too that kind of that will kind of piss you off is the fact that he took a chance on passing up on a Chan to get Cam Smith.
Yep.
Because McDaniels wanted a Chan, but he's like, no, we're taking Cam Smith.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was the draft. He was really pissed, wasn't he?
Cam Smith.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody told me it was a nothing burger. When I said that if you look at Mike McDaniel's face, he doesn't look impressed. He looks very upset, technically. He didn't clap or anything. And then turn around, everyone's like, see, you were wrong. And I'm like, oh, yeah? And then now look what happened. He hasn't really done anything. He's played special teams. That's about it.
I think it's funny, too, when everybody's like, oh, the reason he didn't get drafted, he didn't get any playing time was because of Vic Fangio. I guess Anthony Weaver must agree with his assessment.
That's a good point.
Anthony Weaver.
No, Weaver's done a great job, though. Yeah. I like what he did with the defense last year. I think they kept us in a lot of games. His ability to call up blitzes at the right time, I think we got a gem in Anthony Weaver. I need to see what happens this season. But what do you guys think about Anthony Weaver? Do you have confidence in him?
Hey, man, and I tell you what, if he gets a head coaching job now, we qualify for that comp pick next year.
I'll tell you what, I actually really like Coach Weaver.
No, we will have to wait till 2026.
Yeah, I think he brings a lot to this defense. I don't think the defense would perform as well, to be fair. And I do think he's a future head coach, definitely. Not necessarily our future head coach. I don't know about that, but he will be a future head coach in this league 100%.
The thing I like about him though is he's very clear and concise with his message, and he has a very mellow voice. You know what I'm saying? He has a nice soothing voice that you could kind of like damn listen to.
Yeah, he's a great communicator. You're right.
I think he has a way with his words and how he delivers it in a way that he's telling you, listen, I'm your friend, but God damn it, you better listen to me. You know what I mean?
And the fact that he's a former player gives him that extra level of authenticity with players in the league.
100%, definitely.
So.
Not to mention, man, he came. He played for Rex Ryan, so he knows how to be coached. I think he's adapting to modern society of coaching, modern style of coaching.
As long as he doesn't have anything to do with that former Ravens coach that was the Michigan OC, then I think we'll be okay.
Who
was
was that?
Right? You guys heard
Josh
about it?
Gaddis? You talking about Gaddis? Was that his name? Josh Gaddis?
Coach Weiss or Weiss.
Okay.
The offensive coordinator. He just got hit with 24 counts of felony charges for hacking the largest. This is basically what he did, and some of it's perverted too. So be prepared for this. You guys think sign stealing is a thing? This is the real reason they're bringing the hammer to Michigan. Just going to point that out. He hacked in to the largest system collection data of health information that all of the sports what do they call it? Physical therapists and all the sports doctors and everything use to keep track of injuries, when people are what therapy they're going through, when to expect, and all that stuff, right? So he used that data and health information to break into social media accounts where he collected data on players all across the country, like over 150,000 players and recruits and all that kind of stuff. And then he also had pictures of female student athletes and nude pictures and all that kind of stuff. Some of it, from what I understand, is allegedly underage kids. You know what I mean? That's what the allegedness is. But I guess the FBI was investigating this guy ever since he was with the Ravens, and then he went to Michigan. They finally busted him. But the big deal about it is, and this is why I think the hammer is still coming to Michigan in regards to this, a lot of the data that he hacked into and stole, you could argue that it gives your team a competitive advantage. And most of the time he did it was when he was with Michigan, right? So, if you know what players are going to be injured, when they're expected back, what injuries they have, you can use that towards your advantage. And I really, truly believe ultimately the NCAA and the FBI, they really need to hammer this and make sure it's done right. Don't let this go by because it's really messed up, to be honest. I went on a rant. Sorry, guys.
No, well, hopefully they will complete the investigation before Trump destroys the FBI. And
yeah, you're absolutely right.
You're right.
let this go through.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but they hit this guy with 24 counts, and it's a lot. They say he's going to get like 50 to 60 years in prison. So,
where are them old-fashioned coaches that just sniff cocaine off the backside of a prostitute? He went well past that threshold.
Yeah,
I think we need more of that in the building, KP, so we can get our.
What's up, Grumpy?
The Grumpster.
Grumpy.
So DDJ says I'm a liar and full of shit. What am I a liar and full of shit?
Yo, what up, everybody? What's going on?
That Grumpy in the building.
Who the hell is DDJ?
Okay, I'm not supposed to be up in there.
We got some Modelos in here. You been drinking some Modelos?
No, bro. No.
You gotta bring the drinks. You can't come in unless you bring a drink.
Oh,
hey, Grumpy. Have you ever snorted cocaine off of a girl's backside before?
God damn. See, y'all fucking stupid. Y'all wild, bro. Come on, bro. I'm not gonna answer that question, bro.
That's a prerequisite, Grumpy.
Listen, I'm too scared she might pass gas.
And now it's due, bro. Hey, shit. I don't know who even told me to come up in here, bro. I think it was fucking goddamn. I honestly thought it was Crypto that sent me the fucking goddamn message.
Where you get that message from? I ain't seen you no damn message.
But that's a fucking lie, bro. Don't lie. But hey, y'all go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Ali, much respect, everybody. Hey, what's up, y'all?
What's up, Grumpy?
Who you have the Dolphins drafting? Who you have them drafting, Grumpy? What do you want them to do with that? With pick number 13?
Give me Emmett Worry, bro. If he's there. Okay.
I think he's definitely going to be there at 13. I think he definitely will be there. I happen to think that's a little bit too early for him. I think if you get an Emanwari back like 17, 18, 19, 20, I think that's really where he more ably slots in. I think 13 is a bit early, but you know.
Wait, is that KP?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh shit!
Just had my fries. I just had my shrimp and fries
God
platter, man. I'm in a good
damn.
mood.
Oh my God, KP's up in here, bro. Hey, that's what's up. I fuck with KP,
Damn,
bro.
shrimp and fries platter. Where the hell do you get that at?
Who?
Where do you get that at, man?
What did KP have? Some shrimp
Like
and
now,
fries.
but you know,
Shrimp and
they're
fries
not
platter.
cooperating.
Wait, fried what?
Shrimp and fried.
What did-
What is it? Shrimp and fried fries platter.
Yeah, shrimp and fries.
Yeah, I'm saying where you
some
get
fries.
that at?
I was right in front of Howard University at America's Best Wings,
Okay.
Oh man,
right on Georgia Ave.
damn! I could have stopped by
Does
there. I
your
passed
kid
George
go to
Right on
Avenue.
Georgia Avenue.
Your daughter goes to Howard, right? I'm not mistaken.
That's like that
No,
line.
no.
You know, Arizona, they
I-
have that
I-
shrimp and fries over there. KP, stop.
Okay, man. This young
No, which what school? I know your kid goes to
You
Baltimore, right?
Yeah, I've got a daughter at FAMU and I got another daughter at Morgan.
Okay.
Morgan.
Hey, so
Okay.
hey,
Okay.
your guys' bracket, did he fucking already bust already? You guys' bracket? Because mine did.
Yeah.
The $1 billion bracket is up in smoke, man. Yet again.
God damn it, bro. My
Yeah,
shit
my
got
bracket's
fucked up.
busted, bro. I'm so pissed.
Yeah, Lee knows it. My shit got fucking. Oh my God. My bad.
Everybody's bracket gets bursted on the first two nights. If you good past the first two nights, you good. You're golden.
By the way, Armando Swim, Armando is giving you a shout out. What up, Grumpy?
Hey, hey. So I was doing a space, right? And I thought that Armando was Andy, right? And apparently, Armando fucking tells me, "Hey, I'm not Andy, bro." And so he started talking. I was like, "Nah, that's not. That was my bad." Hey, Armando, shout out to you, bro. My bad, bro.
So I guess you and Andy didn't make up yet.
Nah, he changed his number, bro. He canceled everything, bro.
Oh damn!
Everything.
He changed his number on you, Grumpy.
Not
so,
everybody.
Grumpy.
He changed his number, his phone number, and everything. But the motherfucker don't realize that I know where he works. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
that's all good. That's for a fucking different story, whatever, bro. Hey,
Damn, Grumpy.
you know what I mean? It's all good. Bro. It's all good. I got nothing but respect for that fool.
Hey, Grumpy, don't worry about it, man. You know, not everybody could be down with a Detroit Lions fan, so you can't blame Andy like that. You know what I'm saying?
Look,
right.
hey, KP, okay. So I don't even know why you guys are even fucking telling me. Look, KP, I don't even know why you think I'm a Detroit Lions fan, bro. I can't understand that.
Because
That's what I heard. That's what I heard, man. I heard
that's
that.
the word on the street, Grumpy. When did you change your mind about the Lions? I'm trying to get to the bottom of this, Grumpy.
Okay, can you elaborate on that shit?
Yes, I'm trying to get to the bottom of this, Grumpy. You're a Lions fan. I'm trying to figure out when did you change your heart on the Lions and now Dolphins fan. When did you change your heart?
I was never a Lions fan. Crypto, come on. Come
Wait a
on,
minute.
man.
Okay, hold on. Let me write this down. Oh, you
All
changing?
right,
You
go ahead,
switching up
write
on
it down.
on.
Right, I was never a Lions fan, bro. I don't know who did that. That was fucking Noob. That was Noob, bro. That was Noob that did that.
Noob. Oh, it was Noob. Oh, damn.
That was Noob,
Noob
bro.
that?
You know,
Wait a minute.
so
I got to do some more digging, Grumpy. You said noob. I got to do some more digging now. You put another person in the mix now. Noob?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Who?
Man. Now I'm all messed up, Grumpy. You got me mixed up, Grumpy.
Hey, bro, you were in Houston. Did you see a Detroit Lion fan anywhere?
Yeah, they was all over the stadium.
Hey,
They was coming out of the woodworks.
Yo, real quick, was the people are sending me DMs, and I got a question. Did Batman post a fake breaking news about Tua?
he did.
No, I didn't get that one.
Did
He did. Yeah.
that had to do with Tua, that the Titans are interested in Tua? People are asking me if it's real, so that's why I don't know. That's why I'm asking about it.
Well,
I didn't even see it, so
well,
that's
hey,
what I'm
listen,
asking.
Pete.
can't beat
Pete
'em, you
is
might as
doing
well
a show
join 'em.
tomorrow about that.
Pete's doing
So
a
if you
show about
can't
it
beat 'em,
tomorrow.
join 'em.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
As a matter of
shit.
fact, the thumbnail has Tua in a Titans uniform.
I got you. I got my friends are messaging me and goes, "Did you see this tweet from Batman?" I'm like, "What tweet? What are you talking about?" Supposedly Titans are in on Tua, and I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
So they sent me a screenshot, so I thought
Yeah. All I got was touchdown, baby. That's all I got.
Yeah, but hey, Grumpy, sorry, I got cut off, man. But yeah, I'd heard that you had like in your garage a bunch of different Detroit Lions memorabilia, and that in your bedroom you had like a Dan Campbell poster in your bedroom. That was wrong.
Hey,
That's wrong
maybe it was
information.
Dan Campbell
Okay,
with
so
the
see,
Dolphins.
look,
Grumpy,
There
yeah,
you go.
I heard your Dan Campbell poster is actually on your ceiling above your bed.
Yes.
Damn.
That's more like it, Ali.
Fucking
When he
Ali,
wakes up in the
stop, bro.
morning,
Hey, look,
I'm
he gets
messing.
a
I'm
fresh
messing.
view of Dan Campbell
I know you
right
are,
above
Ali.
him.
I know you. Hey, man,
Hey, he
y'all
gets
need
a
to shut
fresh
the
view,
fuck up with
Ali, of
this
Dan
bullshit,
Campbell
bro.
when he
Why?
wakes
Why
up
is
in
it
the
that you guys
morning.
are attacking me now, bro?
We're just
Why?
messing with you, bro.
No,
We're
I just
What do you
want
mean,
to
Grumpy?
know.
Ain't
I just
nobody
want to know.
fucking.
I'm
It's
trying
a
to
fucking
clarify.
Detroit Lion fucking fan up in here.
Wait a minute, Grumpy. I don't.
Well,
Uh,
listen.
I'm
I'll
trying to
tell you
get to the
what,
bottom of
Grumpy.
this, Grumpy.
I think being a Lions fan is way more respectable than a Utah Jazz fan.
Oh, that's true. I have to give you
Ooh.
that, bro. That's definitely
That's
facts.
cap.
Those are
That's
facts.
cap.
Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. You know what?
No.
Every time, you know what? Every time that I do a space, I'm gonna put Detroit Lions space. That's what I do. I want to see who comes up. I want to see who comes up in my Detroit Lions space.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell
Because
you what,
nobody
There you
does.
go,
Hey,
Grumpy. That's how you do
crypto.
it,
Hey,
Grumpy.
crypto. Nobody does that. All we got is Dolphins and Jets. That's all we got.
Hey,
And Bills fans.
Grumpy.
So
I'll
I'm gonna start a Detroit Lion space.
Let me give a shout out real quick. Hey, let me give a shout out real quick to my man Scott Jackson. What's up, Scott?
What's up,
Jackson?
Scott?
Good to see you,
How
brother.
you doing? Grumpy, for real though, be prepared. You're gonna meet a lot of interesting characters if you do that. I grew up 45 minutes away from Detroit, bro, and there's some interesting Lion fan. That's all I gotta say.
Hey, by the way, I want to apologize to Scott Jackson because I know he's a big Tua supporter, and I don't think he likes him going to Titans. Am I right, Scott Jackson?
Yeah.
We're trading him on draft night to Tennessee.
Yeah,
Is
for
that
the number
deal in
one.
the
That
works?
and we're I think we're gonna trade him and swapping first round picks.
Yeah, Scott Jackson's the number one Tua in man. He loves him some Tua.
Hey, what if they say this? All right, look, we'll trade you the number one overall pick for Tua and Waddle straight up.
Damn. For Cameron Ward?
Yeah.
Is it really bad that I'm actually thinking about it?
I'm not even. No, don't. Hey, Ali, don't even think about it, Ali. Don't even think about that shit. Hell no.
Yeah.
We do need to get rid of. I mean,
I hate to say this, but we do need to move off of Tyreek for real, though. So I'll give Tyreek and Tua for the number 1 overall pick. I'll do that.
No, what would you give
Why?
up? Would you do 2 seconds for Tyreek?
You know,
No. Hear me out. You're trading Tua and Tyreek
No.
together for the first overall pick. You still have your second first overall pick. You have your number 13 still.
Oh,
See what I'm saying?
I don't know.
If a team would agree to that, I would do it in a heartbeat.
yeah, I take 2 twos. 2 twos is, I think, the right price for Tyreek.
For Tyreek, 2 twos does make sense though.
That's what I'm saying. 2 twos for Tyreek.
What's up,
Maybe what
KD?
about a second and a third for Tyreek? Would you do it?
Sorry.
I might do that too. I might do it. Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Listen, he's 32 years old. You know,
Yep.
it's gonna be the way he plays receiver, a smaller guy who depends on his speed. It's not gonna get any better. You know what I'm saying? That's not to say he's a great player. He's a great player. He, you know, instills fear in every defense he faces. All that is true. But at this age, I'm ready to recoup as much value as I can from him. I don't know. I don't want to get, you know, I think if the Dolphins are smart, this is the time when you're going to get good value for him. You know what I'm saying? So,
Like I said before, man, trading is like sex. You need to find a willing partner.
yep. I think, you know, a team that thinks they're a receiver away, a weapon away for a talented quarterback, you know, like a team like the Commanders, man. I think that, you know, they start off the season. Let's say they start season 5-0, 6-0, man, and you know they may be looking for that final piece to push them over the top. You know, so I mean, I know they got Debo. They picked up Debo, and then they got Terry McLaurin. So they got their 1 and 2.
Yeah, they got Scary and Debo. Didn't they pick somebody else, or they're rumored to get somebody else?
I heard they got somebody else. So I can't think about think of who it is right now, but.
Let me look that up. I know somebody went there recently.
I saw a rumor this week about Tyreek to Dallas on draft day.
Oh, Michael Gallup. That's who it was. Michael Gallup went there. Their receiver room is loaded now. They don't need to do nothing with that receiver room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, their receiver room outside of McLaurin really let them down last year, man.
Oh,
they were horrible last year, other than McLaurin. So.
Yeah, no.
Scary Terry.
And I think the smartest thing they did was get Laramie Tunsil, man. I think while he's still in his prime, you know, while he's still.
Dude, that team is definitely making a run. They're making Super Bowl moves.
Yeah, they're going for it. They're going for it, and that's the thing. You know, we were talking earlier about, you know, them diverting from the plan, right, which was to build through the draft. But, you know, when they made those moves and traded for Tyreek and Ramsey and those guys, it kind of made sense, except that, and this is where the disagreement was. I didn't think Tua was ready to be that guy, and a lot of people did. So if you had faith that Tua was the guy, then you can't argue against the logic that they followed, which was, you know, trading for those finishing pieces.
Yeah.
I wasn't one of those guys. I didn't think Tua was ready, and I think I've been proven right.
I mean, I'm sure you had a bunch of coaches in the building that agreed that he was that guy. You know.
Yeah. There was. He obviously had, you know, his support.
Plays.
No
Look,
doubt.
for me, I didn't think he was the guy originally. I was more of a Burrow guy. I even considered Herbert or just staying pat until we got someone the next year, to be honest. But I was kind of hopeful. You know, you could see flashes in the pan, but then somewhere along the line, it came to reality that it was really just a flash in the pan. That's all it was,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the issue.
Well, like Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz was a flash in the pan too. His first number, he had
Oh, everyone
almost
thought
like
he was the
22.
next coming too. I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that a
Another
lot.
guy who's RG3 had a flash in the pan. At that
Yeah.
injury, he was never the same.
Bro, but to be honest though, I want to say I'm pretty sure it was RG3, but they did him a disservice with that team they put around him right in the beginning of his career. Wasn't he getting like hit really bad and almost injured like every game?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Another guy
Interesting.
that I think another guy is that this he had flash in the pan, but he's not doing. He's I think he's doing good, but he's inconsistent. Is Kyler Murray? I think he still I think he still has a little bit of juice in him, but I think he's kind of inconsistent. But I think he's still a beastable quarterback. Especially when you got Maserati Marv as a wide receiver.
Well, I
Yeah.
happen to like Kyler Murray, man. I think he's a brilliant, pocket guy. Like his navigation of the pocket with superior athletic ability, inside, outside the pocket. A little short, right? But he finds those passing lanes. I think as a pure quarterback, I don't see any faults with Murray. Honestly, I think that team has been let down by inconsistent defensive play over the years, more so than offense. You know. What do you guys think about Murray?
Oh, and
some people aren't fans of him. Yeah.
Speaking of Kyler Murray, remember they
think
got that
he'd be
safety
all right.
from wasn't that then they get that safety from Auburn? Yeah, that he was like he kind of physically, not mentally, but physically, he reminds me of MWR. He's like 6'4".
You talking about Isaiah Simmons?
Yeah, Isaiah Simmons. He played boundary cornerback. He played safety. He pretty much linebacker. He was
Yeah,
like
that was Simmons.
a multi utility tool. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But see, the only thing he didn't have was the instincts for any one of them positions. He had the athletic ability.
To answer your question about Kyle Murray, I'm not the biggest fan, to be honest. I think the idea of using his abilities is fancy, and I like that. But the issue is that I think though he has these fancy athletic ability, I think he has certain hidden limitations that do not allow it to evolve to the extent of where you would want for your quarterback. The same things that we say about Tua, like he can't do this, he can't do that. I think there's things you could pick out from Kyle Murray's game as well in a similar fashion. Athletically, he's a freak athlete. The guy, he's definitely a runner. His vision of finding the open lane and taking off himself, really awesome. As a pocket passer, I don't know if I trust it. That's just where I'm at.
I hear you. A guy who really I saw big holes in his game that I didn't see before last year was Russell Wilson. Man, I saw a guy who I think the fact that he slowed down just a little bit has hurt his game tremendously. But he really can't see over the line, man. I think he has to take a deep drop back.
Mm-hmm.
I think his physical limitations really affect his ability to play a certain style. You can only play one way. So I watched a lot of Pittsburgh games last season, and
yeah, I hear you. I mean, in KP, personally, if I'm the GM, this is the type of quarterback that I think that the Dolphins need, and this is what I would be looking for if it was me. I want somebody that can stand tall, hold people accountable. Like kind of like Dan Marino did, when he was yelling at OJ McDuffie or another receiver for not making the right run, route and everything. You could see him yelling at people on the sidelines, right? Or even during the game. I want that style of a quarterback that can hold people accountable and be the gunslinger that we need here. Because to be honest, we've gone through the fancy Kendall kind of like Ryan Tannehill days. We've gone through the Tua experiment, hasn't worked out. Go get me a real tough guy, gunslinger quarterback, and see what happens. I want to see it.
Yeah, it's time for that guy.
I think so. Like, I would love to have like a Lamar Jackson-esque type of quarterback here. I would love it. But because of the current foundation and our organization and the whatever you want to call it, the
setup, the way our offense is set up,
the whole mindset, the philosophy,
Yeah.
Everyone thinks that we can go party, and if we don't make the proper route, so what? No one's going to yell at us. That's the part I don't think Lamar, maybe a Lamar Jackson could do it, but not everybody with his talents can. So I want somebody that can be stronger and actually be the captain that we need. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you're not doing shit, he's the one yelling at you and motivating your ass to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I need that. I need the I don't know what's the word, general. I need the sideline general when we're not playing offense, and I need the general out there. That's what I need.
Yeah, well, listen, this organization definitely needs a radical shift when it comes to its evaluation of the quarterback position. Because when you add up these 2 years to the Tannehill years, you're talking about plus a decade plus of being entrenched on a guy who's proven not to be the guy that can be the kind of guy you're talking about.
They need to move rapidly and decide within the next couple of years and go hard.
They need to take swings. Yeah. It's the hardest position to find that guy. Granted, everybody understands that. But if a guy's not the guy, don't force it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can't force it.
Yeah, I agree with Crypto. Once we got rid of Devontae Parker, that's where it went downhill.
That's
come on,
the train wreck.
Listen, you know this guy. I said I like Teteroa McMillan, right?
Yeah.
Guess who his comp is? His comp is Devontae Parker.
Damn.
But Devontae Parker coming out of high school was like the #1 receiver coming out of high school his year.
Yeah.
The man,
Steve says there's another guy out of Missouri that's good too at receiver. They have another receiver that's good that runs a lot.
Luther Burden.
Yeah, that's the other guy. That's right.
By the way, where's the draft this year?
I don't even know.
The draft?
It was in Detroit last year.
I believe it's in Green Bay.
Oh, it is? They hosting the draft this year? Okay. Okay. Damn.
The Giants of New York are taking on the Packers of Green Bay. And in the win,
yeah, it's at Lambeau Field.
Okay. What's he doing going for a traditional thing?
Yeah. Okay.
Hold on. Breaking news. I think Jameis Winston just signed with somebody. I just saw something flash across my screen.
Yeah, I just got a notification too from the NFL.
Did he signed with the Dolphins?
I didn't see where he signed.
He went to the Giants.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
So they got a QB.
Might be behind Cam Ward.
He's behind Cam Ward. That signals that he's they're gonna go after him. If Tennessee don't get him.
Watch Giants trade up with Tennessee. I think that might be a sign.
Damn, you got a Kane and a Seminole in the same QB room.
Yeah.
Hey, if Tennessee trades down with the Giants, right, and the Giants pick Cam Ward, maybe that Batman blast about Tennessee interested in Tua might be a thing still. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Hey, they will have the extra draft capital to trade for him.
Yeah, they would. You're right. What was I gonna tell you, KP though? They do need a philosophy change all around though. The Dolphins need it from top to bottom, and I kind of think we need to go back to the old school philosophy on how to build this team. I really do. I think that's the only way you're going to see real change and get back down to the foundation that we need to be a successful organization. Ever since we tried to be, trying to be the next Apple or Google company to build a football team, it hasn't been the same. We haven't lived to our expectations. I would argue that we haven't even gotten close. We've skimmed by every year, making the playoffs by a skim of our teeth. And games we should have won, we don't. We lose, and we had to get help by other teams, which is embarrassing, to be honest. And the fact that our quarterback is I'll argue, and I know I'm going to get a lot of heat from the Twin Ears. I don't know if you heard, KP. They're after me, but
yeah, I heard. I've been seeing that.
But
they're in shambles. You don't have to worry about it. They're in shambles.
We have been a laughing stock in regards to our QB because of all of his limitations, bro.
They like the Florida Gators. They're in shambles.
I don't know. The Florida Gators. Wait, Crypto. You can't say that anymore. After the second half of last season, the Gators are on a high, bro. They got players coming in, and they're my dark horse to win. They're my dark horse to win the SEC. They're my dark horse.
All I know is the Gators got more basketball titles than the Utah Jazz.
Damn, that was wrong.
Yeah, but Ali, you didn't say anything wrong. The Gators and getting high, those two things go together. They get high all the time. So.
Oh shit! I didn't mean it that way, KP, but I know what you mean.
Yeah.
No, but they got a quarterback now. They also flipped some really good recruits, to be honest, and brought them over there. And the way they finished the season and everything, it was very impressive to me. I think they make a run. They'll be one of the top teams trying to make a run at that title in the SEC. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. So what's going on? Shake Money, Ali, Conk, KP, Crypto. What's going on?
Hey, not much, Mr. Pope.
Yeah.
Just got my shrimp and fries, man, with some extra mambo sauce. So I'm feeling good.
Hey, why don't you drop KP? Why don't you drop a pound off over at the National Harbor for me?
Where did you get your shrimp and fries from?
Right in front of Howard University, but but I can't do that because it's all gone now. It's all gone, bro.
Damn.
Damn.
I need you to scoop up a pound for me.
Okay, now I'll hook you up next time, man.
Hey, how far are you from Howard, Crypto?
Well, I'm about 25 minutes from Howard.
So next time CBA 3 goes to his school reunion, you could give him a ride.
Hey, rest in peace, Kenneth Sims. By the way,
who?
I don't know if you guys remember who that is. Kenneth Sims. Kenneth Sims, the former number 1 overall pick of the Patriots in Texas. He passed away today. He's in the college.
Was he a running back?
Kenneth Sims.
Yeah, Kenneth Sims passed away.
I wasn't a running back. That was a Billy Sims, a running back.
He's a pass rusher. Kenneth Sims, pass rusher.
Okay.
He played for the Patriots and
what years
in Texas.
did he play for him?
Yeah, that might have been when I was young.
How old is he?
Give me a second. I'll tell you in a minute. Let's see. He was 65.
Yeah, that's young.
He probably played in the 80s. He might have played in the 80s.
I think he got drafted in 82.
Yeah, he played in Marino era. He played.
He was there.
I was 20 years old by that point.
'82. That's the year I
Yeah.
graduated from high school. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you class of '82, Mr. Polk? Okay.
Yep. Class of '82.
Killian,
Yeah,
right, Mr.
94.
Polk?
12 years later, Mr. Polk.
Yes, sir.
That came out 12 years later. 94 for me.
Killian, class of '93 for me, Mr. Polk.
He on
Well,
that
I think
about
didn't you say who was your who would you say is your the most famous? I'm sure you got a lot, but your most famous alumni for Killian.
who me?
From those years was Roger Bell. Roger Bell played
Roger
shooting
Bell.
guard for Utah Jazz.
Yep.
Yeah, I played basketball with him at the K. At the K, we had another
Yeah.
guy, Tony Gator, who was like a 200-meter record holder. He played for the New England Patriots.
Who was
Los
that? Who
Angeles
was the
Chargers.
first guy you said his name was? What was his name again?
Roger Bell,
Roger
basketball
Bell.
player.
Yeah, man. I feel bad that he went somewhere where his career got killed.
Hey, he was
No,
known
he
as the Kobe
blossomed there.
stopper. Yeah,
He was the Kobe stopper.
that's
He
right.
shut down Kobe.
Hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Especially when he was in Phoenix.
We had a guy named Rod Payne who won the Outland Trophy at Michigan.
Dang.
Played with him. He graduated '92 though.
Yeah, the famous. I think the only famous one I could think of at this moment. I got to do more research, but they graduated from Carroll City is Santana Moss,
Santana Moss, yeah.
and he
And you
graduated.
had William.
He graduated the same year as me too.
Remember Willie Williams? He was like
Oh,
the
yeah,
number one rated linebacker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Willie
Yes, CCR. Will Levis will be backed up by Tua next season. He's going to be Will Levis's backup, CCR.
Yeah,
I agree with
according to Batman CCR, Batman with the sauce.
Yep. Batman broke the news today. Tua will be backing up Will Levis.
Well, one guy I
Listen,
remember killing
and
was
I think Will Levis is gonna introduce mayonnaise to Tua, so he could put a little bit of Tua in his Samoan food.
Dang.
great shake.
You can't have tuna fish without mayonnaise. Tuna fish. I
heard pineapple and mayonnaise is a good mix.
Say that.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
pineapple,
I'm just
mayonnaise, and yeah, you eat it on ham sandwiches, Ali.
That's true. That is definitely true.
And
I
red
was
sauce
kidding,
too.
but that's
Rubber pizza.
definitely.
Yeah.
Shake, to answer the question you asked earlier, Reggie Sutton went to school with me, and if y'all don't know, he ended up going to play ball for the University of Miami. He wore number 1.
and then Philadelphia.
Right,
He
and
was with
also
Philadelphia Eagles.
Doug Flutie threw the
me.
Hail Mary,
Sorry.
and he was in the end zone and missed it. Yeah. He
Yep,
missed
Reggie
it.
Sutton.
Do you guys know who Devin Brown is?
Devin Brown.
He's from Carroll City.
Yeah, now.
You got to ask Shake about that.
No, I never heard of that. But I'll look it up to see. And,
Devin Brown, he played defensive back for the Jaguars. He went to the U.
Yeah.
Man, I tell you what, Central and Northwestern breed a lot, got a lot of players in the NFL.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. When I was at the K from '90 to '94, we put a lot of guys in college and in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
None of them turned out to be like stud Hall of Fame players, but some had, like Tony Gator had a good career, Rod Payne had a good career. There was a couple others too.
Miller.
Lamar Miller. Lamar Miller came a little bit later though. He was under Lamar Miller was like 98, 99, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was from
I went to school with his uncle.
No school.
He went to UM.
Okay.
And then
No.
he played for the
High
Dolphins.
school. High school.
Killian.
Oh, okay.
Killian. Oh yeah, Killian, Southbridge, Palmetto, man. We had a whole lot of talent, man, back in them days.
Oh man.
I know Immokalee, whatchamacallit, Andrew James went to Immokalee.
Yeah.
Didn't Alan Hearns? Is it Alan Hearns from Carroll City?
Yeah, Alan Hearns, I think, is from Central.
Yeah,
I think he went to Central. That's where Dalvin Cook came from too, Central.
Mm-hmm.
And
Hey man, where is Dalvin Cook today? Is he still playing ball or he retired?
last he was with the Cowboys last year, but he didn't play much. I think he was on their practice squad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, according to Pro Football Reference, which I trust them.
Mm-hmm.
Alan Hearns went to Carroll City High School.
Oh, Carroll City. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Carroll City had a lot of good players. Like, remember Ethnic Sands? I think he played for UM.
Yeah, one of my favorite. I think one of the greatest coaches of all times is Joe Frazier.
Yeah, Joe Frazier.
Did
Marvin Minnis go there too?
No, he went to Northwestern.
Northwestern.
He played with Nate Webster.
Right. Remember Najee Davenport? Najee Davenport went to Central.
As a matter of fact, I saw it at the Orange Bowl. It was Carroll City was against Northwestern. It was the three notable players. It was in the Orange Bowl. The three notable players was Snoop Menace, Nate Webster, and Santana Moss. And Northwestern ended up winning and winning state 1995.
My sister went to Coral Gables High when Frank Gore and Jonathan Vilma were there. Yeah, they were pretty good players, to say the least.
Didn't Dave say he went to school with Santana Moss?
Yeah, Dave is
a football.
No,
he's a Northern guy. I think he went to Northern, right?
He's too young for that. Santana Moss is my age.
Okay.
But
I think he went to Carroll City or Northern.
Else. Yeah, it was somebody else. I was thinking.
Maybe his brother Sonoris Moss, probably.
Did his brother ever make it to the NFL? Santana Moss' brother?
Yeah, Sonoris Moss was in the NFL briefly. He didn't last though.
Yeah, 'cause I think he was a little bit smaller than his brother.
Yeah, he was a little bit shorter and a little stockier. Santana Moss be selling. He's on commercials up here in DC, man, selling cars like for car dealerships and stuff like that.
Okay.
I remember. I know Sonoris Moss was drafted by the Giants. So you had one in the Giants and one in the Washington Redskins at the time.
KP, are there any Mid-American Conference schools that you kind of follow or keep an eye on every once in a while?
Man, there's that one school in Illinois. I don't know if it's Northern Illinois or they had a big upset this last season. I don't really pay too much attention to the MAC at all, actually.
Okay, I was curious because I had a segment on my 4th and 10U show because we talk college football mostly. And I said, is the MAC becoming the NFL's new hunting grounds? It seems like every year more and more stars are being born out of the MAC. You know, over the years, you've had players like Jason
tough linebackers come out.
Return of the MAC.
Yeah,
Return of the MAC.
We had a guy from my school play for Michigan State who was a really good linebacker. His name was Kevin Buck. He graduated in '94 with you. But he came from our high school, Miami Killian. And then we had a guy, Eddie Alford, who graduated in '92. He was at Akron with Jason Taylor.
Oh wow!
Yeah, he was a running back for us, but he was like a starting wide receiver at Akron for many years, and he's still a big time active coach in the South Florida area.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I'm impressed, like, with the evolution of the players coming out of the MAC, to be honest, because, like, I went to high school with Chester Taylor. If you guys know who he was a running back for the Vikings for a long time. He also was a running back for the Bears for a hot minute. I also went to school with Carl Ford, who was a wide receiver that played for the Packers. I went to University of Toledo, where they went to school and everything. Well, I've been following the MAC still because, I went to school there and everything. And I I'm impressed with the amount of talent we've gotten over the years. Kareem Hunt went to University of Toledo, and look, he came in the league and was the league's rushing leader at that time. You know what I mean? You got guys like what's his name, Quincy Mitchell, the corner, right? Out of University of Toledo that went to where did he go? He went to the Eagles and won the Super Bowl, right? In that I want to say in that game there was like 6 or 7 different MAC players playing, and in this draft we got a defensive end that's up and coming, and so is a tight end that's up and coming. And the reason I really wanted to spotlight it is it seems that MAC schools are getting more love, and now they're bringing in NFL talent as coaches. Eddie George, shout out to the legend Eddie George, became the University of Bowling Green's new head coach. So I'm really excited for that. And he also brought in Jeff Fisher's son to be his defensive coordinator. So that was kind of cool as well. So I just think I was just curious what you thought of the MAC schools, because anytime anybody comes out of there and, you know, has a good career and everything, I always like to shout them out.
Here I am. The MAC.
I guess I
No,
lost.
no. The MAC is always associated with blue collar, tough players. You know,
Yeah.
a lot of
Like Penn
linebackers,
State.
defensive ends. Yeah. That guy Michael Desire in the chat is saying that Gore went to Southridge first. No, he did not. I know this for a fact that he did not go to Southridge first. In fact, you were mixing him up with the Davis brothers. There was 3 Davis brothers who were awesome at running back. There was Eddie Davis, then Troy Davis, and then I can't remember the third Davis, but Troy and the third Davis, they went to Iowa State, and Troy Davis became the first running back in college football history, D1, to rush for 2,000 yards in back-to-back seasons. And he was runner-up for the Heisman both years. Troy Davis. He was drafted by the New Orleans Saints as a second-round draft pick. And then they drafted Ricky Williams, who took his position. And then he finished out his career in the CFL afterwards. But Troy Davis, you can look him up. He was runner-up for the Heisman twice, ran for 2,000 at Iowa State twice. I think that's who you're mixing up. To Michael Desire in the chat. Yeah, he's saying that Gore went to Southridge. I know this for a fact because this is my neighborhood. This is where I grew up. This is where I played ball. You know what I'm saying? So you know, I know this history 100%.
And Joe Rist, I was born in Ohio, and I grew up in Ohio for over 24 years. So it's really all I know. Everything about school and high school and stuff I went to was there. If I went to high school in Florida or whatever, I'll probably be talking about Florida constantly. So I'm sorry. I'm just sharing knowledge that I have of the players that I grew up with.
He said you're an imposter, Ali. That's what he said.
Yeah, he says I'm an imposter.
He said you don't know football.
Whatever.
Hey, back in those days, early 90s, one of the highest-ranking linebackers ever out of Florida was none other than Kevin Ferguson, the guy who went on to be known as Kimbo Slice, the backyard street fighter. Yeah. He went to Palmetto High School.
Kimbo Slice? What happened to him?
He passed away.
He passed away, but as far as football went, he was one of the top linebackers coming out of the state of Florida. But Hurricane Andrew, he graduated in '93 like me, and all the schools down there were very badly affected by Hurricane Andrew. Shortened the season, did all sorts of stuff. This is before recruiting online and things like that. So that whole there was a whole lot of players on the southern end of the county whose whole football trajectory got warped if you graduated in '93. And anybody who knows the area will tell you that. If you graduated in '93 and you came from Killian, Southridge, Palmetto, Homestead, South Dade High, those are the 5 main high schools back then. That hurricane made all the scouts who were recruiting you say, because they couldn't get in touch with it. Nobody knew where anybody was. You know, you weren't living at your house. It was a nightmare. I know this personally because this is what affected me. I'm not trying to talk about myself, but I got caught up in this as well. So
Gotcha.
No, it displaced a lot of people.
It displaced a lot of people.
a lot of people.
Listen, the North Miami football coach kind of was recruited. He wanted me to come and play football there, but I was so adamant. I was so proud of the green and gold. Killian, by that point, I was like, nah, I'm gonna keep going to the K. You know, so, but whatever.
Mm.
Yeah, there are a lot of great players, man. A lot of great football players down there, man. A lot.
Mm-mm-mm.
A guy from my team was actually on the Dolphins for a few seasons. He was on the practice squad the whole time, though. His name was Tony Hamler. He's now a fire chief down in Dade County. Good friend of mine, Tony Hamler, went to junior high and high school with him, but he was on Miami Dolphins as a wide receiver from Morehouse College. He was one of their best players. He was a wide receiver on the Dolphins roster for a
He
couple
has all the
years.
plugs.
Hey man, down there, Mr. Paul could tell you, man. We back in them days, we took football serious, man.
Very
That was
serious. Very seriously. No, that's for real. You're right about that. But like I said, the hurricane displaced a lot of people, and it seemed like everything started shifting up north. To like Booker T. Washington School. Like Booker T. Washington, Northwestern, and Carroll City. Some of the other schools up there, and also up there in Broward County as well. Columbus,
yeah.
that's another school down here that in fact, Columbus been doing well since I was in high school. That was back in '82.
Yeah, what happened there was the private schools started to come in and take a lot of guys too. Like Sean Taylor, the great Washington Redskins safety. He was supposed to go to Miami Killian. In fact, he was the MVP of the JV football team at Killian as a ninth grader. But his dad, who was very much in his life, and his dad Pedro was like, you got to play my kid on offense. And our coach, was a very famous coach, Sam Miller, was like, nah, he's gonna play defense early. And so he went and pulled him out of Killian and put him in, I think it was Gulliver, which was the private school. And then he went on and did what he did at Gulliver. But Sean Taylor was from our neighborhood, Colonial Park area. He was great even then. Yeah. Yeah. The great Sean Taylor, man. He was great.
Oh,
Yeah, he was.
somebody I forgot to mention too, is a cousin on my dad's side of the family, Derek Gibson.
Oh yeah, I played with. I already talked to you about this. Me and John Gibson, Derek's older brother, John Gibson. That was my teammate at Killian. And then Derek Gibson was teammates with like Stephen Tulloch, who went to the NFL and played for the Detroit Lions, the middle linebacker for many years. Stephen Tulloch's older brother, David Tulloch, was a teammate of mine as well. David Tulloch played at Florida State. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my first cousin on my dad's side of the family.
yeah,
And on my dad's side of the
That's
family.
what's up.
Also, we are connected to Frank Gore, a relative on Frank Gore's side of the
Yeah.
family as well.
Gibson Gore. That's the Bahamian connection.
Yeah, because
Um,
my dad them from the Grove.
Yep. That's the Bahamians. They're really Bahamians.
Yeah.
The Gibsons and the Gores.
It was a lot of in the Grove back in the day.
Oh yeah, the Rolls. Remember the Rolls? Samari Roll, all them dudes there.
Yeah.
Dwayne Starks. This is where Chad Ochocinco. He comes out of that whole Grove City, Overtown area.
I
They had a lot of good football.
I know Ocho went to Beach High.
Beach High, yeah. And who's the guy? Who's that? The LA Rams got a guy at wide receiver right now. Like the third, fourth guy. What's his name?
Atwell? Tutu Atwell?
Yeah, Tutu Atwell. He's actually Tutu Atwell Jr. His father, Tutu Atwell Sr., was one of the best players in the county back in them days in the early 90s. Tutu Atwell Sr. We had Rock Preston, Ruel Preston. Those guys were, Rock Preston was a legend wide receiver running back. He was like one of the best punt returners in the NFL for I think the Atlanta Falcons in the mid '90s. A lot of guys from down in that area, man. Were
Gotcha. All right, gentlemen, I have to head out. Thank you for the conversation. KP, it was great talking to you. Tonk, Shake Money.
Yeah, I'm about to shut it
Alright.
down. I'm about to shut it down. We went 2 hours, so
yeah, now we getting to reminiscing and stuff like that.
By the way,
Yeah.
just news about Jameis Winston. He signed a 2-year, $8 million deal.
$8 million.
Wow.
2 years.
There you go.
yep.
He's going to be the MVP next season. You heard
We're
it.
paying Zach Wilson more than they're paying for Jameis Winston. Let that sink in.
He's gonna be eating them W's.
Yeah.
All right, good. Any final thoughts before I shut this down, baby? I appreciate you, as always, KP, for your input. You know that. You know?
Shape.
Hey,
He's going to bring
happy
me. He's
birthday
going
to
to
you,
bring me a
Shape.
pound of. He's
Oh,
going
thank
to
you.
bring me a pound of shrimp and some fries in the morning.
I got you, Crypto. Hey, y'all, wish Shake a happy birthday, man. This is a 60th birthday, man. I know he looks young for 60, but
Yep.
Yes,
Exactly.
I got my AARP in the mail today.
Yeah.
There
He
it
got
is.
his card. He's ready to rock
I
and
got
roll.
a 10% off ice cream today.
Hey, hey, you go to Goodwill, you get 20% off.
Yep.
Yeah.
We take care of our seniors, Shake. We
As a matter
take care of our
I don't
seniors.
take. I leave my car at home now because I take
Don't
the
get
bus because I got my
crypto.
senior pass.
hey, if you come to DC, me or Crypto will take you to Ben's Chili Bowl.
Yep. We're going to go to Ben's Chili Bowl. We're
As
going
long
to give
as
you
we
the
could do an
Barack
early-
Obama
listen, As long
special.
as we could do an early bird special, I'm there.
Okay.
All right, gentlemen, you all
Yeah.
have a good night. Thank you.
All right,
Hit the
man.
like
Yes,
button.
All right, Ollie. Thanks, son.
Y'all
Yeah.
take care now.
Yes, sir.
For sure.
All right, y'all. Peace. Good night, y'all.
All right, man. Good night.
Yep.
Peace out.